It's yet another early morning start, and this time, very rarely, we are on time. So we made this last-minute decision to take up the boat safari yesterday evening. We'll be heading into Kobani's backwaters to catch some wildlife. Hopefully, at least we see a few crocodiles. That I'll be happy if we at least get to see that. Got back from our early morning boat safari, and I absolutely loved it, even though I slept for like 15 minutes in between. That's only because I'm not used to waking up this early. Tough luck again. We couldn't catch any of these big predators. No big cats, no crocodiles. But then we do feel glad that we saw so many of these different kinds of birds. So the whole thing lasted for about 3 hours. The weather was very kind, so it wasn't as cold as it was yesterday. So we thoroughly enjoyed the whole thing. So we are back now to our resort. It's about 9 a.m. and the plan now is to go and grab ourselves some heavy breakfast and then check out. This is going to be our last day in Kabini. From here we are headed straight to Chikmagalur. It's going to be a 6 hours drive. Thank you, boss. So Pooch has gone to get some snacks for the road.
I got khara chips.
How many did you get?
Just one. You wanted more?
Get more. Get one more. Ah, okay. Good.
You driving me insane. It's very, very plain. You got the power. My heart beating louder. My head is spinning round. It's starting to pound. Come on, let's go.
Alright, guys, we just stopped over in the middle of our drive to our next destination, which is going to be Shetty Church. This unexplored place, at least that's what we have read online. We are hoping to not encounter any crowd there and then have the entire place for ourselves. For now, this is what we are doing, and this is the best remedy for thirst when you're on a hectic long drive.
You driving me crazy. Your temperature went up. I finally got you down. We opened our eyes.
Looks like it's going to be a quick 20-minute trek down this place. Yeah.
We need to find the place though. Like, we can't see it from here.
Okay.
We'll see if we can find it. Otherwise,
But the good news is I think we are the only ones.
it feels like isolated in the middle of a village, which is a good thing.
Okay, cool. Let's go. Google just said go this way, but I couldn't take the car
Go
that
which
way.
way? Here.
It said go straight, like there was a road.
Oh my god, someone look at that.
That was worth the wait and the bad roads.
The Shetty Church is built in a Gothic style architecture, and I think this is the bell tower. And right on top, you have these decorative elements, very, very typical of Gothic architecture. And you also see these, windows, these longish windows, and there's like lots of columns inside. So during the monsoons, about 1/3 of this church gets submerged. So if you see all these exposed bricks here, right? So up until here there would be water, which means you'll only have to reach this church by a coracle or a boat, and that might be fun too because you'll be like sailing through the structure of a church. Also this tower sort of a structure, right? So it's likely that there was a bell there or a clock. It must be a bell because I can see a shaft. Do you see the shaft?
Looks like this was where the bell once stood. Now it's a nice little home for all the pigeons and the birds around this area. I wonder what's here. A lot of litter and everything. What are these pillars for?
I think they would have supported something.
I see the bell
Shaft, right?
shaft there, yeah.
As you can see right behind us, these are the ruins of an old church. This church, originally, a bit of a history about it. This church was originally built by the French missionaries in the 1860s for the British estate owners, probably owners of coffee estates in Coorg and so on. But then in the 1960s, when the Gorur Dam was built over the Hemavati river, this became a reservoir. So the church was basically inundated right after the monsoon when the reservoir would fill up. And right now you see us sitting here, like we're on land, because we are coming in a time which is not anywhere close to the monsoon. If you come right after the monsoon, this church will basically be submerged, and it's also known as the floating church or the submerged church because of that. And if you visit during the monsoon, you might have to take a boat or a coracle in order to get here. Feeling?
Just made a new friend.
Hi! Who is this? What? So, anyway, so this church is worth visiting because it's about 200 kilometers from Bangalore, which is, like a day trip sort of a thing. You can totally plan that. It's also just 40 kilometers from Hassan. So, if you want to do like a weekend thing in Belur or Halebeedu and visit those historical sites, you can always plan to do that. Thank you, puppy. Guest of honor.
Guest of honor, Mr. Poppy.